Imagine your body isn't just physical, but a kind of sacred space, a temple made with purpose, not by accident. It wasn't shaped only by evolution, but by a deeper design that goes beyond Earth. Every part of you, every cell, every organ, even your DNA, carries silent codes that can wake up when you breathe in the right way. This isn't about breathing just to stay alive. It's about breathing to remember who you are, to heal from within, and to open hidden doors inside yourself, doors that have stayed shut for thousands of years. Let me ask you something. What if there was a way of breathing passed down by light beings, wise protectors from higher realms, and what if this breath could restart your body's healing in a way regular medicine can't explain? That kind of breath exists. It's called Arcturian breathing. This isn't a trend or a new self-help trick. It's both ancient and advanced, a practice kept safe by beings from Arcturus, a star system known in spiritual teachings. These are not just aliens, they are builders of energy, masters of healing, and keepers of the universe's crystal-like energy field. This breath wasn't shared with just anyone. It was kept secret, even twisted or hidden over time. Because the moment you learn how to use your breath fully, you take back your own energy. And once you do that, you don't need outside healing, you are the healing. In this video, I'll open up something most people never talk about. You'll hear the real story behind Arcturian breathing, how it wakes up your energy body and speeds up deep repair, what makes it different from normal breathwork, and how to try it even if you've never meditated before. But this isn't a basic how-to guide. This is a deeper invitation, a reminder that you already carry this power, and that your breath is a way to connect to something greater. Healing, then, becomes a natural result of that connection. So if you're tired of trying things that never truly work, if you feel your body knows more than science admits, if you feel a memory rising from somewhere deep, then you're in the right place. What you're about to discover might not just help your health, it could shift your whole energy. Way before people ever talked about lungs or the diaphragm, long before anyone even knew the word oxygen, ancient cultures already knew something deep: breathing is sacred. The Egyptians called it the breath that gives life. Yogis spoke of prana, the life force that flows in with every mindful breath. Taoist masters learned how to move energy, or qi, through their bodies using the breath, sending light through hidden pathways inside. And desert mystics, far from cities and noise, found that when the mind goes quiet and you focus on the breath, something amazing happens, the body becomes holy, and the soul shows up more fully. But here's the part that was left out, or maybe removed on purpose from old teachings. Some of these breathing methods didn't start with humans. They came from higher places. In certain spiritual teachings, Arcturians are seen as a highly evolved race made of light and pure awareness. They don't need human bodies, but they know our energy systems very well, because, according to channeled messages and soul records, they helped design the original human DNA. Together with other star beings, they placed special gifts inside us, hidden abilities that stay asleep until we activate the right keys. One of those keys is breath. But not just any breath. It's a breath that creates a special vibration. A breath that wakes up soft, unseen parts of your energy body. A breath that can talk to higher dimensions. Ancient texts like the Emerald Tablet and hidden spiritual writings from early Christianity hint at this breath. They call it the one breath, the spirit wind. A breath that doesn't come from the lungs alone. It's always tied to deep healing, spiritual awakening, and reaching higher realms. So why don't we learn this in school? Why did society shrink breath down to just something the body does automatically? Because real breath is powerful, and power like that, in the wrong hands, could change the direction of entire cultures. That's why it was hidden. That's why it was only taught to people who were spiritually ready and had passed deep inner lessons. But now, the times are different. We've moved from hiding to remembering. Arcturian breathing is coming back, through dreams, inner knowing, channelings, and most of all, through the strong pull felt by those who want to heal more than just their body, who want to heal their whole energy field. Because this healing doesn't come from medicine, it comes from many levels at once. And every breath you take with awareness can open hidden doors, if you know how to use it. To really get what Arcturian breathing is about, we need to step outside of normal thinking. This isn't just about bringing air into your lungs like regular breathing exercises. This kind of breathing isn't just for your body, it works on your energy, your vibration, and even beyond that. Arcturian breathing is based on a powerful idea: your physical body is just the surface. Underneath, you have other layers: emotional, mental, energy-based, and spiritual, and each of these can be cleared, balanced, and activated using the vibration of breath. This isn't some new idea. It's ancient knowledge, shared by beings whose tools aren't made of metal or wires, but of spirit and energy. For the Arcturians, breath carries information. Each inhale is like giving your energy system a command. In this practice, breath isn't seen as air, it's seen as liquid light. You picture it like a golden blue fluid coming in through your nose and lighting up a subtle energy line that runs through the center of your body, from the base of your spine to the top of your head. Many traditions call this channel the Sushumna. It's the path of awareness. When you breathe with purpose, this channel gets cleared of stuck energy that blocks your health, focus, or spiritual flow. Every breath in brings in light. Every breath out lets go of stuck energy that no longer serves you. But here's the key: your intention matters. You can't just breathe without awareness. You have to know why you're doing it. With each breath, your goal is to awaken the memory of your light body. Unlike other methods like box breathing or intense breath work, Arcturian breathing follows sacred rhythms based on geometry. One common rhythm is called the 4780 pattern. Breathe in for 4 seconds, while imagining a golden spiral coming down from the sky and entering your chest. Hold that breath for 7 seconds, letting that energy soak into your cells like they're drinking light. Breathe out slowly for 8 seconds, letting go of heavy memories, stuck emotions, or old thoughts. Then pause. No breath in, no breath out. That pause is everything. That's where the real shift happens. The Arcturians say that the still space between breaths is your doorway to the greater field of energy, the unified field. In that silent space, your mind disappears. Your name, your story, it all fades. What's left is pure awareness. And from that place, your body remembers how to heal itself. Another special part of this technique is what's called the 0 point, in the chest. It's not your physical heart, but an energy center found between your heart and your thymus. When you focus there during practice, you send light from that point into the rest of your body. It's like breathing into the body from the soul, not the other way around. That 0 point is where your human design started. When it turns on, quiet energy paths begin to glow, meridians wake up, glands respond, tight areas soften like they're getting messages from a higher place. This isn't just in your head, it's energy information. Arcturian breathing isn't about forcing the body to behave. It's about freeing it from everything that doesn't belong to its original design. And that's just the beginning. By now, you can see that this technique doesn't try to change your body from the outside, it turns on the hidden parts inside, which then change what you see and feel on the surface. But what really happens inside the body, and beyond it, when you use this breath? You won't find the answer in a scan or under a microscope. It lives in the unseen energy field that shapes your physical world. In most meditations, the focus is on the main chakras. But with Arcturian breathing, other, finer energy points are activated, the hyperluminous nodes. These points don't sit in your body like organs do. They float just outside it, between your emotional and spiritual layers. Think of them like silent lights, waiting for the right signal, the soul-guided breath, to turn them on. Once they're activated, they start sending out clear energy patterns that help rebalance your body's magnetic field. The result? Long-held emotional blocks start to clear. Swelling in the body can ease. Old traumas stored deep in your organs can be released, all without needing any outside medicine. This kind of healing doesn't always follow a straight path. Some people feel a shift after one session. Others notice their body adjusting gradually over a few days. What matters is knowing that this breath works with your original energy blueprint, not just surface symptoms. And here's something to remember: your body is mostly made of water, over 70%. As researcher Masaru Emoto showed, water reacts to energy, thoughts, and feelings. Arcturian breathing speaks in vibrations that enter your body like silent messages. These signals go straight to your water molecules. When you breathe in with focus, thinking of light, healing, or freedom, those aren't just nice ideas. They're energy waves that reshape how your cells are arranged. And when the water inside you changes, everything else begins to shift too. Cells repair themselves. Swelling goes down. The immune system gets stronger. The nerves settle. Long-term conditions may start to fade, and parts of you that felt asleep come alive again. At its core, this breath undoes a false belief, the idea that your body and your soul are separate. It erases the line between physical and spiritual, between now and the past, between you and the source of your being. The Arcturians teach that by breathing in certain rhythmic patterns based on repeating energy shapes, fractals, the mind reorganizes itself. Time stops feeling like a straight line. And when that happens, knowledge from your future self, or your higher self, can show up in the now, not as thoughts, but as inner knowing the body listens to right away. This is the kind of healing regular medicine can't always explain. People let go of illnesses with no clear reason. Emotional wounds clear without therapy. They suddenly understand the real root of their pain. Not because the breath is magic, but because the breath takes them to the field where healing already exists. But there's something important you need to understand: this isn't a trick to control life. You can't come in with your ego and try to force results. Arcturian breathing isn't just a method, it's a path. And it only works when you let go of control and trust the higher wisdom that created your soul in the first place. When you breathe like this, you're not just trying to feel better, you're remembering who you really are. Arcturian breathing isn't something you try once and then forget. It's a doorway, a way to reconnect each day with the original energy pattern you were made from. That design includes health, energy, and growth as your natural state. You don't need to make it complicated, but you do need to bring focus, intention, and a steady energy. Here's how to start using it in your daily life, even if you've never tried anything like this before. You don't need to be an expert, you just need the desire to remember who you are when you breathe. First, give yourself a quiet space, even just for 5 minutes. You don't need candles or music, just a moment where the outside world goes quiet, even for a little while. Arcturian breathing is not something you do mindlessly. Your soul asks for your full attention. Begin by closing your eyes, sitting with your spine upright, calming your thoughts, and gently saying to yourself, "I choose to breathe as a being of light in a human body." Just speaking those words begins to shift your energy field. From there, you can start practicing the 4780 breath pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds while imagining a golden spiral of light coming down from the stars into your chest. Hold the breath for 7 seconds, feeling that light settling into your cells. Exhale for 8 seconds, letting go of anything that doesn't truly belong to you. Then pause in the stillness for 3 to 5 seconds. That pause is more than silence, it's the place where transformation begins. Do this for 7 full rounds. If you do it with focus, it can be more effective than an hour of shallow, distracted breathing. This kind of breathing must come from intention, not desire. Many people make the mistake of using this technique as a way to ask the universe for something, but that misses the point. Arcturian breathing isn't about begging for change, it's about reconnecting with your original energy pattern. So instead of saying, "I want to heal," say, "I activate my perfect health." Don't approach it from lack, approach it with the knowing that what you're seeking already lives within you. You're not asking, you're remembering. Throughout your day, your breath can become a tool to check in with your emotions. When something upsets you or throws you off balance, don't react right away. Pause. Breathe like an Arcturian would, inhale with light, hold with calm, exhale without judgment, and then enter the quiet. In that pause, you begin to break the old patterns of reactivity. That's where emotional balance and true self-mastery begin to grow. Also, honor the small changes. Don't expect loud, dramatic signs. Conscious breathing works like water flowing over stone, quiet, steady, but deeply powerful. You may notice better digestion, deeper sleep, and more stable emotions. One day, without knowing exactly how it happened, you'll realize that life feels easier, lighter, and more aligned with your true self. Your breath becomes not just a practice, but a daily offering to spirit. Every intentional breath heals you and helps you become a living bridge between the physical and the divine. Now you understand, this isn't just another breathwork exercise. It's not just about relaxing your body. Arcturian breathing is a bridge, a subtle path that moves through layers of your being and reminds you that healing doesn't come from outside of you. It lives in your breath, when that breath is guided with intention, presence, and spiritual connection. Throughout this journey, we've touched on truths that few talk about. We've explored light codes in your DNA, energy patterns awakened by breath, and wise beings who carry this knowledge beyond Earth. But most of all, we've spoken about you, your body, your pain, your search, because in the end, this isn't about Arcturus. It's about what you can remember when you quiet the noise and return to the center of your being. That, in its deepest sense, is true healing, remembering that you were never broken, only disconnected. Your body always knew. Your soul always knew. It was the noise, the rushing, the wounds, and the forgetting that closed the door. But not anymore. Now you have the key. And that key is your breath. You don't need to be a healer, a therapist, a channeler, or a spiritual master to start. All you need is one thing, clear and honest intention. Because on this path, the universe doesn't answer to what you pretend, it answers to what you truly vibrate. So each time you take a breath with full awareness, remember this, you're sending out a clear message to the universe that says, I'm ready to return to who I truly am. And the universe always responds. But this knowledge isn't meant to stay with just one person. Like all sacred things, it grows when it's shared with others who are also searching, healing, and waking up. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, consider subscribing to this channel. Here, you'll find more teachings about hidden energy practices, healing through vibration, and wisdom from the stars. If you felt a shift while listening, give this video a like, it helps more people find it. And if someone in your life is also on a path of remembrance, share this with them. This space was created for a reason, to help bring ancient truths back to those who are finally ready to receive them. And if you're still here, it's not by accident. May your breath become a quiet form of prayer. May your body become a living space for spirit. And may your life reflect the light you already carry inside. We'll meet again in the next video. Until then, breathe from your soul, release from your center, and always remember, your conscious breath is the most overlooked key to awakening.